Good evening. This is the Lunduke Weekly Tech News for Monday, June 24th, 2019. Lunduke couldn't be here tonight because of his responsibilities as a beekeeper, so instead, I'm Gardiner Bryant. This week, in a surprise announcement, the Raspberry Pi Foundation debuted the Raspberry Pi 4B. The latest hardware revision of the Raspberry Pi features dual micro HDMI ports capable of delivering 4K video output. Now with an optional 4GB of RAM, a quad-core ARM processor at 1.5 GHz, USB 3.0, and gigabit Ethernet. Early units have been shipped to hardware reviewers, and many of them have been shocked by the $35 machine's performance, with one critic noting, quote, "It's more powerful than a MacBook at only 3% the cost." Stated one cranky old man that's definitely not Lunduke, 4 gigawatts of RAM? What in tarnation do those kids these days need with 4 gigabytes of RAM for? Why, in my day, wait, where are you going? Let me tell you about esoteric command line tools from the 80s that nobody's ever heard of. Sorry, I don't know what that was. YouTube has confirmed it is ending support for Hangouts-On-Air, the popular group chat broadcasting system, sometime in 2019. This comes as a little surprise since Google is also killing Hangouts, the underlying video chat technology that On-Air relies on. Even less surprising, though, is that YouTube is continuing its campaign of removing useful, community-building features to focus in on a more brand-centric, traditional media-oriented platform. In a blog post on YouTube's Creator Academy, senior YouTube platform engineer Rob Fibchek said, "Dear independent creators, so long and thanks for all the fish." In other news, Linus Torvalds, the creator of the Linux kernel and infamously grumpy programmer, made headlines by calling another developer a naughty word on the kernel mailing list. The argument was pretty boring, about page caching versus raw I/O. Somehow tech journalists found this to be newsworthy. Our top story tonight: a female cop from Minnesota was awarded $585,000 after government officials and fellow law enforcement officers were found to have accessed her DMV records more than 1,000 times despite her not being under investigation for any crime. The audit of these unwarranted DMV searches showed that they mostly occurred at night, leaving little to the imagination. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO and commander-in-chief at Facebook, stated in a press release, "Dudes, what are you doing? This is why I invented Facebook." I've been your substitute host, Gardiner Bryant. Good night, and remember, salamanders really don't like it when you pick them up.